We have reported many times on Maine's housing crisis. We haven't been building enough, and the prices are often unaffordable. But for a few people, there is a way. Build the house yourself. And as Don Kerrigan shows us, there's a school in the town of Woolwich that can show you how to do it.
Long before hammers and nails took over, there were sharp edges cutting joints in wood to build a house. At the Shelter Institute, they still do it that way.
I just want to introduce you to the layout process and get us all on the same page.
6 times a year, Gaius Hennon leads classes of prospective timber framers, teaching the tools, the techniques, and a bit of the science of building their own house.
They want to build, create, they want to see the results of their work rather than reading it or seeing it on a computer screen.
Gaius and his sister Blueberry were born to this school, started almost 50 years ago by their parents, Pat and Patsy Hennon. Patsy passed away some years ago, but Pat is still here, still teaching some of the classes. The family also has a business building timber frame houses, but when classes are in session, most of that crew become teachers.
Scribing all the way across, right?
Students come here from all over the country, including Maine.
4 is going to be our center line.
Michelle Miller, a former engineer and teacher, now learning to do this.
The joy of working with your hands and not using a whole lot of power tools, just working with your hands and building things by hand with beautiful wood that's locally sourced is just amazing.
And Matt Harding, also an ex-engineer with a desire to build.
Yeah, I've never done joinery like this. I've done a lot of woodworking, built a bunch of tables, and like renovated my house and put in windows and stuff.
This is just bigger pieces of wood then?
Yeah, just with a lot more planning.
Planning where to cut each timber and how they will all fit together.
Do you have a lot of people who come here with essentially none of those skills?
Absolutely, yeah. I would say that the most common profession is IT.
Absolutely.
It just is.
And then second would be
introductions.
doctors.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
IT and doctors.
Yeah. To actually curve the beam.
There's literally a waiting list of people who want to come.
We did find around 2000s that it was difficult to get students interested in taking the class, and now the pendulum has swung back with a vengeance. We are completely sold out of classes in 2026.
They want to be able to do it themselves without spending extra money or being able to get it done on their timeline as opposed to whatever timeline their contractor might have told them.
And at a time when so many people are desperate for housing, for some people, could this help?
For average people, is it still possible financially to build your own house?
Definitely. It's maybe perhaps more feasible to build your own house financially than it is to hire someone to do it. It depends drastically on the location, what part of the country you're building in. And also it depends on your own, your comfort level in terms of taking on the project.
Do you picture yourself building one of these?
Oh yeah. A good general contractor earns their money.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it is additional money that could be saved by acting as your own general contractor.
In just 5 days, these students go from classroom to shop and finally assembling the timber frame they all built together. Like life, the frame sometimes needs a little persuasion. And like life, they find it's best to do things right the first time. But perseverance also helps. You cut that, Tennant?
I cut that, yes.
All right, good for you. And then there it was, a full standing timber frame just needing a few more rafters to be ready to build.
It's just so fantastic. Just makes you incredibly happy to see your piece come together.
There were smiles and applause all around and lots of plans to build their own.
It's pretty awesome. It's very daunting at first to try to figure out how to do it, but they demystify it for you essentially. But once you break it down joint by joint, it's not as scary as it looks.
A number of these folks want to build themselves. Michelle wants something else.
I'm thinking about going in, like moving into this industry for the last trimester of my work life.
Well,
Yeah,
as a builder.
as a builder.
At Shelter Institute, they've seen thousands of people come and learn and go on to build. But more than that, these classes teach an idea.
So people come here to take this post and beam class. They'll cut a timber frame and we raise it on Friday, but they leave knowing that now they can do anything. So who knows what it's going to lead to. But this idea of just basic competence, I think, is the most important outcome of the class.
They'll still need land and money and time, and there are so many other details. But these 30 or so people can walk away with a new swagger. They have learned something monumental. They can build a house.
If you are seriously thinking of building your own house and don't have a giant bank account, the folks at the Shelter Institute say there are still some banks and credit unions that will help finance construction. As for those classes, they are filled for the coming year, but the Shelter Institute also provides a 12-hour online course in timber framing, and they say a number of people have taken that online class and then gone out to build homes. You can contact the Institute to find out about it.